one of our new course, and we were looking at some finger exercises to develop our fretting hand and its agility. Also looked at the pentatonic scale and a fairly straightforward, simple song just to get us back in the swing of playing. So with this video, I'm just going to quickly fly through a couple of key points from each of those three things. So let's start with the finger exercises. I'm not going to play through each one, just to remind you that when you're playing these, you ought to be aiming to use a metronome and track your progress. That's really important, otherwise you can just feel like you're kind of doing endless finger exercises without really knowing whether your hand is getting any stronger. With exercise 1, when we go from the 1st fret to the 3rd fret, the idea is that we're holding down that 1st finger. Let me show you what I mean. So we go 1, and then we go into the 3rd fret, and you'll notice that the 1st finger is held down. We'll then repeat that when we go 2, and then 4, so you'll see that the 2nd finger's being held down there as well. Same applies with exercise 2. So this is a string skipping exercise, really good for getting the coordination with the two hands. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. So you'll notice that 1st finger again was being held down. Exercise 3, the same between the 2nd and the 4th fret. 2, 4, and then 3, 1, 2, 4. See that 2nd finger? 3, 1. Start at a tempo that is realistic for you. So perhaps that might be 60 BPM, and then just work your way up. But again, track your progress. Make sure that you're making a written record of how you're doing with this. The pentatonic shape, we spoke in session about the importance of this scale and how widely it's used. We're learning a movable shape, so we can take this shape and play it in lots and lots of different keys just by playing it elsewhere on the neck, which is something that we're going to discuss a little bit next week. And we are going to be using this to create some really nice harmonies, which is something that I feel quite confident that you'll enjoy. It's a really nice way of playing. But before we do that, we've got to learn the shape. So this is played in quavers. Again, the metronome is your friend. So start off 60 BPM. Let me show you how it's played. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and... So you will notice that we was using the 1st finger, and then the 4th finger for the 8th fret, 1st finger for the 5th fret, and then the 3rd finger for the 7th fret notes. And that's a sequence that follows all the way through. When you're playing this, you want to be aiming to not have your fingers leaving the fretboard. So, you know, we wouldn't, for example, go 1 and then bring that finger right out, and then 1 and then bring it right out. That would be incorrect. When we go to the 8th fret, this 1st finger needs to be just dropping down and going into the 5th fret. 5, 7, 1st finger just drops down and gets ready for the next note. Tier 2, we're playing that in triplets. So again, you'd need to use a metronome for this. 3 notes per beat, and you will pick this down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So you go down, and then up, and then down, and then down again, down, up, down, down, up, down, and so on. Tier 3 is sequencing, so that's where we go 3 notes forward and then 2 notes back. We should all be aiming for tier 1. Look at tier 2 and tier 3 if you're really into the idea of this, or you have an interest in lead guitar, or if you're watching this video months down the line and you're wanting to have a go at some of the sort of higher level stuff that's within this work. finally, so we've got Journey Through the Past, and this is D-A-G, D-A-D, so it's not massively difficult. We have got a few different ways that you can have a go at playing this, and I want to just focus on the strumming patterns. So we're going to go for pattern 1. Now here we've got crotchet, quaver, 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 quaver. But the quaver on the third beat is tied to the one on the second beat. So what that basically means is that on the third beat we're not strumming, but we would still have some movement with our strumming arm. It works like this. 1, 2, let me start again. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, but we didn't contact the strings, up, down, up. So I'm holding a D chord and I'm just going to keep playing this for about 20 seconds, and if you want to just join in. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Let's have a look at the second rhythm. It's very similar. We've got 2 crotchets. The second crotchet has got a dot after it, and what that means is that it's now worth 1.5 beats. We don't need to worry too much about that and the theory behind these rhythms. We just need to be able to play the rhythm, really. So again, I'm going to play a D chord. I'm going to strum through this rhythm and join in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4, and so again we're silent on that first half of the third beat. 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Alright, so work through those, get your Guitar Mojo back in action, and I will see you next week.